Hello everyone, it's Jeremiah from Alamance Battleground, and I'm back with another real-time video update on Tryon's march 249 years to the day. Today is April 27th, and the Craven and Carteret detachments have already left New Bern, but Governor Tryon is still here at the palace doing last-minute correspondence, paperwork, and tying up loose ends before he goes on an extended military campaign. This includes sending out letters to Thomas Gage in New York, the general who has sent military equipment to Tryon for his use during this campaign, and he's thanking Gage for sending the artillery, confirming their receipt, and he also notes Gage's congratulations on Tryon's promotion to the governorship of New York. So that is something that Tryon has to look forward to after this military campaign is over. He also sends a note to Edmund Fanning, who is the colonel of the Orange County Militia, centered in Hillsborough, and he directs Fanning to send a guard to Hart's Mill near Hillsborough, which is being used as a storing facility for large amounts of supplies that are going to be used by the militia as they go into the backcountry. Tryon is very concerned about that store of supplies being attacked and seized by regulators, and so he is going to direct that Fanning place a guard there to protect it until the bulk of the army is able to reach Hillsborough. In addition to the correspondence that is being sent during this time, there is also a large amount of invoices and receipts that are being paid out. And this shows just how many people are being pulled into the effort of raising this militia and creating an army when there wasn't a standing army for Governor Tryon to call upon to send out into the backcountry. And so in some cases, we actually have many people who are named, and we know a little bit about what they did. For example, James Barzee is paid £3 for making cartridges. Those would be used as ammunition for the militia. And a woman who is identified only as Mrs. Moore is paid 2 shillings for, quote, sewing canvas. And then we also have a painter named Michael DeBrute, who's paid £2 and 10 shillings for painting carriages and boxes. We believe these are the carriages and ammunition boxes that would have been used by the artillery that is accompanying Governor Tryon's militia. Also, there's a very large expenditure that goes out to, quote, sundry laborers. That's £157 and 8 pence that is divided amongst those sundry laborers for digging entrenchments around the town of New Bern. And this takes place earlier during the month, back in March, when there is still concern that a mob of regulators are actually going to attack the town of New Bern and try to attack Governor Tryon before he's able to get a militia formed and in place. It shows a little bit about the amount of fear that was pervading New Bern at this time, that they were trying to defend the town from a perceived attack. Now, most of the people who are listed in these receipts are not named, and it only has amounts and it has the types of labor that were done. But throughout these notations, we see time and time again quotations that say, for Negro hire or for slave hire. And we see just how integral the enslaved laborers who are in Craven County in the New Bern area are for doing the labor that is necessary to raise this militia, defend the town of New Bern. This is something that comes up time and time again in the records and shows just how integral enslaved people were to this effort. We do have some documentation that suggests that some of these enslaved people were also brought along on the militia march, again, to use their labor, which is very common throughout North Carolina during the 18th century. With money being paid out and with the army now on the move, Governor Tryon is now at the point where it's time for him to leave New Bern, so he and his staff get on horseback and they begin riding to meet the militia at their place of rendezvous, which is Colonel William Tryon in Johnston County. He's going to get there somewhere around May 1st or May 2nd, and on May 2nd, all of the Eastern County militias will have united at Colonel Tryon's, and they can begin their march. Once they begin marching, they're going to be on a western path, and their first stop is going to be at Smith's Ferry, where they're going to have their first large encampment as a united force. So that encampment takes place on May 3rd. I'll be back then to talk a little bit more about that Union camp of the different contingents of militia and what some of the commands are that are being given to the militia and some of the things that they're doing while they're there at Smith's Ferry, which is now modern-day Smithfield. So that concludes our video for April 27th, 249 years to the day. If you like this video, please like it, please share it with your friends, and if you do have any questions, please be sure to leave them in the comments. Thanks, have a great day.